All right, and on the left, I see Bryan. We have Dracovish, Sylveon, Arcanine, Durulodon, Whimsicott, and Darmanitan. And on the right, or with Remmington, we have Komodo, Alcremie, Corviknight, Chandelure, Whimsicott, and my boy, Golisopod. Heck yeah, it's your boy. I'm glad to see some use of Golisopod in the meta here. It's my favorite Pokemon, if you didn't know, and I'm excited to see it in use. So this is going to be a fun match. Obviously, now that I've seen the teams, I'm going to be rooting for Remmington, because the Golisopod is all that matters. Anyone who runs Golisopod is automatically a fan of mine. I'm a fan of. No. I mean, it's my favorite Pokemon. It's just so cool. It's too bad in 2017 when I tried to run it, Lele was running everywhere, and it was just priority doesn't work with. All right. Let's get going on this. We will be in Sirchester Stadium. Now, depending on, we have a Sword and Shield, so it could be in the ice or in the Rock Gym. Here we go. Depends on what we have here. We have the Rock Gym, so Sword. All right, Whimsicott and Komodo come out first. And on the other side, we have Durulodon and Whimsicott. We have a Whimsicott pairing right here. A lot of fun could ensue. You have a Whimsicott and a Dragon on each side, so it's just the big chimes versus the big building. And we see a Dynamax on Remington side. Let's see.
Commentary from the TO.
Yes, do it.
Right, cool. So the ball just got really big, and they threw it, and it just made the other guy grow.
Yeah, he's super big now. Look at that. All the jingles from the Komodo.
It's like a Mr. Bojangles.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's a dragon.
Oh,
look, the other ball got big too.
We have a double Dynamax, likely Durulodon, and both. So now we really have the big chimes versus the big building.
So we got a big glowy red guy that looks like a low poly 3D printed object fighting another big red glowy thing.
And here comes the Tailwind.
Look, and a ball of cotton.
Ball of
cotton. Seems like an unfair fight.
Fake tears coming out of the other Whimsicott. I'm going to lower that special defense. Let's see. I'm trying to get the KO on Durulodon immediately. The Max Wormwind coming out of the Durulodon first. And it's going to do about a little over half.
Oh, would that be more than a third?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not very keen on math.
Yeah, no.
And we see a Max Knuckle returning. Fake tears is...
So he just shot his fist at the other guy. Kind of like Iron Man did in that one movie.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It does a little bit more damage, but it boosted the attack. So it's a little bit, each Komodo is a little bit stronger than it was before.
So we now have a giant red glowing dragon that shoots fists at people. So that's pretty cool.
I don't know. Pokemon's getting kind of wild these days.
A little bit.
It's a little bit strange.
Why is there? What is that floating in the screen?
So right there, that's that's the camera for Rotom. Rotom has a.
Is it a little camera flying around?
Yeah, he has a camera. He's a
drone.
He's a drone.
Drone?
Yeah.
A Rotom drone totem.
Can I? Ooh, I really like that shiny Chandelure. It looks so pretty. Max Guard come out of Komodo.
Yeah, but it's not a drone Rotom.
That's true.
I wish we could want a drone Rotom.
I want a competitive like drone Rotom. Can we get that?
I should make one.
Ooh.
We can fly it around events.
That would be so cool.
Ooh.
Oh, Max Steel Spike. Protect.
This is happening.
This is happening. We got to make one now. 3D print. Drone Rotom. You got it.
Drone Rotom.
Yep. All right, that Chandelure is coming up. Chandelure and Komodo versus Durulodon Whimsicott. The Tailwind on on the Durulodon side makes it really quick against that Komodo. Komodo is actually withdrawing its Dynamax up. It's not... Typically, it's not done that way, but it can come out and clutch at certain situations. And Dazzling Gleam coming from the Whimsicott. Let's see what just and we see a Heat Wave coming from the Chandelure. Going to do a massive amount of damage. It's going to knock down that Whimsicott to its Focus Sash. And it's going to get the burn. Ooh. So at the end of the turn, it's going to end. Max Darkness coming out of the Durulodon onto that Chandelure and is going to get the kill. And so we're going to have a loss of on each side. Chandelure is going to go down to the Max Darkness, and the Whimsicott's going to go down to the Burn. So in this, I think this was Bryan's last turn of Dynamax. So once the Pokemon come in, it will shrink down to its tiny building size. The lightest building on Earth. Only the weight of a human. Arcanine coming out, also known as Barky Boy. And we're going to see Golisopod, my boy, coming out my boy, Golisopod. But the Intimidate's going to lower that my boy's attack, unfortunately. Whimsicott really doesn't matter that much. So we're going to see this match. It's very... Golisopod is not typically seen in VGC, which is a breath of fresh air to see it here. I'm excited to find it its place. I've been experimenting a little bit. I want to get my Golisopod on a Trick Room team at some point. And here comes the Aqua Jet coming out. Going to do a little bit of chip off of on Arcanine. It's a Life Orb actually on Golisopod, and the Flamethrower comes on to Whimsicott, getting the knockout. And from Duraludon, we get a Thunderbolt. Super effective attack on Golisopod. And now we're going to see Golisopod's ability, Emergency Exit. Going to pull it out. But since there are only 2 Pokemon left on Remington's side, it's just going to come in again, which is going to neglect that attack drop prior. Komodo is coming out once again, but then and Golisopod and the Tailwind on Bryan's side has gone out. So there you go. Nice. I love it. Our judge Colton here has caught a shiny. Is about to catch a shiny Magikarp on Pokemon Go. Oh, and it gracefully dodges the Ultra Ball. That's beautiful, and he has successfully caught it in the Ultra Ball. Maybe. Possibly. Let's see.
Wiggling, and we're good.
Yeah, he got it. That's good. Let's see what go back to VGC here. Let's see. Arcanine is gonna retreat out into Dracovish. And what will happen with the Aqua Jet coming in once again? Gonna do just a smidge of damage on that Dracovish. And Drain Punch coming out from Komodo, is going to finish off that Duraludon. And he's going to get a little bit of health back for Komodo, so now he's a little bit over half. All right, let's see what... And Arcanine is going to come in and get in one more Intimidate. Not great for Golisopod. That Dracovish can be a little bit dangerous. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Aqua Jet once more coming out of Golisopod. Going to do about almost another half-ish Life Orb. But there's a berry on Arcanine. Going to heal it a bit. Is it a Pinch Berry or Citrus? Citrus. So it's only going to do a small amount of time. Arcanine dodging the Rock Slide. That is big.
Best Barky Boy.
And Psychic Fangs off of Dracovish, going to take super effective attack and going to knock out the Komodo. Snarl coming from Arcanine, going to do a little bit of chip and going to finish off that Golisopod. First game will go to Bryan. Out of those cards, I don't know who I like more than that. They're both really good. I think I like this jumping out of the snow. It fits Colorado a bit.
So same thing, Bryan 111, Remmington 112, and then wait for that switch icon.
Sorry, do you want to commentate with me? Okay. All right, and for round 2, my co-commentator Addie is back.
Successfully
winning the senior division, doing better in record than most of the masters actually.
Easy scrubs.
Savage.
Get personally attacked.
Yep, Addie is the most savage. I don't even know how old are you? 12? Oh my god, that's even scarier. The most intimidating 12-year-old I've ever seen. No, don't even.
It takes to be the landlord.
Yep, she is the landlord after all. Do not do not let her give you land, otherwise you're going to be in millions of dollars of debt. Very important to not to be. I am graceful. I'm on a grace period right now because I let Addison borrow some Pokemon today, so I am free from rent for now.
For now.
For now, that's important. Uh-oh, we had a connection issue. Sorry, we have technical difficulties.
Uh-oh, stinky.
You'll have to redo land mode.
Oh. All right, we're still going a little bit. Waiting on what is going to ensue here in game 2. Bryan with a slight advantage, but I still have to root for Remmington because he got the Glyphon. Brylissipod, you got it. That's it.
My boy Guzma.
It's your yeah, it's your boy.
Guzma woke.
Guzma woke. I wish we got. I want that Glyphon plush. Pokemon Company. I want you on it. Give me that,
I thought
please.
there was one already.
No, there's Wimpod. I don't see. I've never seen a Glyphon plush ever.
Well,
Disappoints me.
team preview.
We're gonna go Google this. I want to see if I'm gonna get that immediately. If there is. Is there officially? Oh, it though. Is that official or is that somebody that made?
This is the Pokemon Center.
It is piece. Okay.
This is the Pokemon
I need my Glyphon plush now. Then, I need this. It's only
$23.
see, but I'm waiting
He's
to be.
also over a foot tall.
He's a foot tall. We're getting it. We're going. I'm gonna get that. Let's go. We're gonna bring that to regionals.
Spoiler alert, we're not sponsored by Nintendo.
Not sponsored. All right, here we are. Game 2.
TBCI sponsorship money.
Yes. All right.
By the way, the stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Wait, that's how you get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, right? You just mention them a lot?
Yeah. All right, so we have Galarian Darm against on Whim versus Glyphon and Komodo for this round. This is going to be an interesting matchup. We haven't seen the Galarian Darm in action, I think, all tournament. The big monkey with the, it's a Yeti. Got the big snowball top.
Big brain.
I want to see more Zen mode though, you know, because Zen mode has that the fire snowman, and I really like that. That's like, here's that first impression, gonna do a lot of damage, knock it down, crit on the Whimsicott. Very mattered there, but still doing a lot of damage to that Whimsicott. Bring it down to 1, and then next we have a Dazzling Gleam coming out of Komodo, but Komodo protects, and Glyphon is gonna take the brunt of that damage. Not gonna get knocked down to its emergency exit. So we have a critical hit with that Dazzling Gleam, so many things could happen here. The priority moves from Glyphon make it a very interesting set against Bryan here. Many things could happen. Chandelure is probably going to switch in and take on that Icicle Crash from Darmanitan.
Yeah, the Komo-O did not want to be there.
Yeah, the Komodo did not want to be there. Aqua Jet going to come in and is going to take the kill on Whimsicott. And we're going to take a little bit of Life Orb damage. And it's probably going to knock Glyphon into its emergency exit range. And it's going to get out. What's going to get a free switch in. And it's going to be another Whimsicott to match it up. Icicle Crash going into that that Chandelure slot is not very effective, but still a lot of damage, almost 2/3. That's that Guerrilla Tactics likely. We'll see how that. With the Tailwind up, it's a little bit The speed advantage is definitely on the Bryan side here. Durulodon and Darmanitan. DD. Here we go. Let's see, we have a Dynamax coming from Bryan here. It's likely to be that Durulodon once again. There it is. A big old building. Not real building, but big building.
We've seen a lot of big buildings on the stream today.
Yeah, it's a very popular choice. It's a good Dynamax mon. And here's the returning Tailwind from Whim, and now we see another Ice Claw, still faster. And is it gonna pick up that KO? Is it gonna pick on the Chandelure once again? Doing over half, not very effective. You would think that would be just like you would do way more. And that Max Steel Spike gonna go on the Whimsicott. Gonna no sash on that side. But
Wonder what the item was then.
I wonder. Could be a lot. I mean, Mental Herb maybe. Not sure. But we have 2 knockouts on one side, and then and all that's left on the other side is Komodo. That Darmanitan is kind of going a little bit nuts on everything.
You going bananas.
Yeah, bananas. However, Remmington still has his Dynamax.
Thank you. We had too many tries today. Sorry.
That's okay.
I apologize for over.
So what could happen here?
I mean, we partially overstaffed ourselves.
Well, that's the big city left right to get me for her.
Yeah.
So
Como protects.
I'll do what I can.
What is Glyphon going to go for with its priority moves? Glyphon's going to go for first impression on the Darmanitan. Did a lot of damage. Icicle Crash is going to protect it from any harm. And Max Lightning coming out from Komodo onto the Glyphon. Unfortunately, that's going to spell doom for your boy.
You just say from Komodo.
It's from Durulodon. My bad. It happens. I'm speaking very quickly and not like trying to think. You know, it happens. It's okay. Indeedy. Yes. Indeed. We'll see how the next. Here's the Komodo going for the Dynamax. Let's see what happens here. Unfortunately, let's see. Here's the Komodo Dynamaxing. Let's see. Darmanitan's going to use its Icicle Crash and it's going to connect. It's going to do over half. And then Max Knuckle's going to come from the Komodo. Is it going to... And the Darmanitan is going to take the L on that. It's going to get knocked out completely. Monkey is gone. Rip Monkey. Max Wormwind's going to come back and it's going to take the KO likely on Komodo. And yes, it does. That'll be the end of Game 2, and Bryan has won and progressed to top 4.
Can we give an F for our boy?
Yes. F. Please press F for your boy, Glyphon. And we'll see you guys in top 4. It'll be about, I would estimate about 20 minutes, considering that we finished pretty quick here.